I just got attacked by the toughest of all bosses. This one right here. Hey guys, coldbrew here, back on the test server. You can see it right there with the 1 million gems that I have available. I wish I had them on the main account. I would be doing a ton of stuff with all those gems, but test account. We've got the Shadowkin faction fully open, so I can test out all of the bosses and tell you my thoughts on them. Of course, I do have a very good roster of champions for the Shadowkin, right? There's a very few of them that I don't have still. So one epic and a couple of the legendaries. And of course, this one is available to me because this is the test server. I haven't even bothered with the new legendaries that they added because they're so underwhelming. Even this guy who's a void legendary is a bit underwhelming. Looks cool, but I wouldn't bother with him even if I had him, because the ones that I do have are very solid. From the epic side, of course, we've got Toragi, who's a fantastic champion. We've got a 10x going on right now when I post this video. Toragi, fantastic for clan boss and overall progression. Provoke on the A2 through an AoE attack. Shield buff plus reflect plus ally protection is insane. And then poisons on attackers that do attack Toragi. Just an insane champion overall with an all resist aura by 40, right? Some other good champions here that you want to have a look at is Brew, Genbo for just a lot of damage with not so much investment, because he can actually be built with 70% crit instead of 100% for a good amount of burst. And then Oboro is also very good. She was used at the first few weeks of Hydra with those cheese teams available. And then other champions that are worthy to note is Jurgen, if I remember correctly, like a shield buff here. Another great epic right here is this one, Kunoichi. This one is of the recent edition of epic ones. Kunoichi, I don't even know how to say it. The good thing about this champ is the AoE attack plus leech. Leech is very good for recovering some health, and that's what you need when you're doing faction wars. You guys know it already if you've already completed and got Lydia, but this one, you know, you need the leech if you don't have lifesteal or good immortal or regeneration gear, which is part of what is needed to be successful in faction wars overall when you're lacking heroes. And then ally protect plus turn meter feel is very good at a 3-turn cooldown. And then we also have this passive blocks places a block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn whenever their HP drops below 50% HP, but it's a 5-turn cooldown, which is kind of insane. All right, so that's in terms of the epics. I think we do have Fnatic here, who's also good. Decreased defense on the A1, and I think he's got something else. Increased attack on all allies plus cleanse, and the transferring of debuffs that he can have. But honestly, the ones that do shine is Ninja, who should be available to everyone that played the game since June. I think it was when Ninja did his promo. Either June or July is when he started his promo. So Ninja, fantastic hero. Yoshi was a fusion. Can't remember if it was a fragment collection or just a proper fusion. Lady Kimi, this one was a lucky pull. And then we've got Nobel and Genzen. Genzen is offered currently on the 10x. And then we got great champions such as Riho as well. But I would say the biggest carries for me specifically are going to be Ninja, Lady Kimi, and maybe Yoshi in there. Genzen for damage, and then maybe Genbo again for more damage. And that's how my team is going to be. If I need more support, I'm going to use my Toragi. But for now, those are the champions that I'll be using. I've got them equipped with random gear. The gear is not so much of importance when you have great legendaries. But if you're trying to do 3-star on everyone, on every one of these stages, you need to be worrying about the champions that you're using and their gear, because obviously you don't want to miss a stage and lose that star. So definitely be careful. All right, so let's go into the faction. We're gonna go with stage 7. This is of course gonna be very easy with 4 legendary champions and an epic. Everybody's geared very nice with 6-star and 5 stars. Immortal gear, as I said before, is one of the best sets that you can equip to help you recover some health after you get hit. All right, again, I said Burangiri and stuff like this guy Toragi the Frog are really good supports, but of course if you got more champions available to you, then might as well use them. All right, that's what I'm using. Yoshi in the lead for the speed, Especially the freeze here from Ninja is going to be useful for the waves which can be annoying, especially when we go later on to stages 18, 19, 20, 21. Those can be very annoying stages, but obviously the boss stages can be very tricky if you just want to go in there and do an auto of those. All right, so let's just put this on auto because this is just going to be very easy. But for the later bosses, we'll have to see what kind of challenges a team such as this is facing, which this team honestly shouldn't face any issues. Maybe only Genbo dying and us missing those 3 stars. So very easy to go there and beat down the boss. This shouldn't be of any issue to beat stage 14 as well. This one's a more challenging boss, and again, it all depends on what champions you have available. And of course, if you don't have that many, then you have to at least level up those key champions, at least from the epic side, as I said. Toragi, Burangiri even maybe to 50 because he's also useful for Doom Tower Cheese, the newer one that I've showcased at the start of the video. And of course, if you do have Ninja, Ninja is going to be the one that carries the whole team to victory. So here, you see this is not as easy because this is stage 14. But again, defense down, we get the HP burns from Ninja, multiple turns here because everybody's built with 200 plus speed, which makes it very, very easy for me to get double turns compared to the boss. So here, there's not even a single hit on my champions yet. We're decreasing turn meter, decreasing speed, everything with this team. So it's looking very solid and easy for now. But everybody will be facing challenges on 18, 19, 20, and 21. If we check on 18, the final stage is this one, which does have block revivers, all right? Especially these two can be very annoying, and well, only the one is the block revive. This one has got a stun, and this one's got the block revive. So Blood Gorge does have his block revive right here on his A3, which can be the one that stops you from getting that victory. And if you go down to stage 19, we have a very health heavy kind of team right here with health in the lead, and also heals from Brask and Steel Skull. But this one shouldn't be that hard. Then if we go to stage 20, we've got this team, which can be very challenging if you cannot manage to stop the block damage buffs from this guy. And if we go in, I think stage 1 is going to be the one with the 3 yeah, it's this one, which can be very heal heavy. So stun sets can go a long way into generally beating faction wars. Here you see the big numbers because I do have everybody built with a lot of critical damage, especially Genbo, because I did mention Genbo being a very solid nuker at the start, right? 70% crit rate and as much critical damage as you can plus attack is going to give you those big numbers out of Genbo. Look at that, 225,000 there. So instead of just going through these stages, let's go to 21 where the real challenge is going to be, all right? Here we want to get those 3 stars. This is the most important one. This specific boss is the one that ignores defense, so you have to go in with high health values or have somebody that can support you. So that's not what I have currently in my team, so this might be the most challenging thing. We can get a true fear on us. We can just die very easily with this kind of setup. If I put in here my instead of, let's say, Genbo, I put in this guy. What Toragi is going to give me is the Ally Protect, which can help. But again, I still need some sort of healing. So maybe Leech is better than having this guy in my team. Maybe this one plus maybe remove Toragi. I'll have to think about it. So let's just do one run here with the full DPS team that I had before and see if I can just overpower the boss with the power of my my whole team. So this should be relatively easy for round 1 and 2. I shouldn't even have to worry about anybody dying here. Yeah, that's right. And HP burns, solid. Then this one can be annoying, but what I would do, what I would recommend is always go into the boss fight with all your cooldowns. So when you see at least 2 members remaining in round 2, you stop the fight, you go on manual, and that's how you can finish the faction with 3 stars by making sure that you go into round 3 with everything that you have available usually. And also doing it the first time on manual doesn't hurt. I mean, just for those couple of minutes, that you are gonna use. So let's see. Using the A1s, I still probably have tons of skills out of cooldown. Yeah, like that one. Let's see what we can do. We do the A3, which reduces our cooldowns. This one, decrease accuracy and an HP burn on the boss. I'm gonna start getting hit now, which is not what I wanted, but let's see how this goes. Okay, Genbo is gonna get the first hit. Should be a good amount of his health. Look at that. Look at that. Almost 100% of his health. So he's down to 20% health. This is why you need to have a good amount of healing available, which I didn't have. Let's see, defense down. Can I overpower him a little bit? Decrease the turn meter, so I can do this now, and hopefully that's gonna help a little bit. Genbo's gonna get extra turn. Let's see, big burst there. Ninja with the A3, and boom, we get hit. We got taken out, so that's not gonna be good. All right, so what I need to do is just go back and see what I can do differently here. Instead of Genzen, as I said, I think I'm gonna go in with Taragi, and Taragi can give me at least the ally protect. I just got attacked by the toughest of all bosses, this one right here. So all right, let's go in and see how this fight can go differently with Taragi in there as a support. This time I've got my cooldowns available. Decrease speed there, decrease in turn meter a little bit there. Gonna start out with the A2 from Ninja. Look at that, already at 80% on the boss. I think increase attack, increase accuracy buff, that's not needed. I think I'll just go with the decrease accuracy, which the boss has already. HP burn, it has already. So wow. Maybe if I didn't use, right, might as well use the ally protection here, because we're gonna get hit. And let's go with the decreased defense. Oh yeah, the cleanse goes there. Big attack there on Taragi. Wow, I definitely did not expect that attack on Taragi. I thought he would get hit for maybe a little bit more than this. He would go down to 50%. So let's see, let's do this one. And boom, Taragi's down. Is there a reviver here that I can use instead? Wow, this is gonna be a tricky one if I don't have any revivers, and even my Taragi gets hit so much. Right, so stage 21 for the boss. I found that this hero is gonna be relatively useful for everyone out there, even on my account, because he does have leech on the A1, decrease the attack on the A2, although a chance. So 60, 70, 80% chance, still a very good chance. And then increase defense, continuous heal right there on his A3, and then a cleanse at the start of each turn, but on a 3-turn cooldown. All right, we'll remove stun or true fear before other debuffs. This is going to be great to help my other champions recover. I've also put a shield set on Taragi for that first initial hit that we'll receive on our champions. That's going to be a very big hit, and it's going to be crucial for us to survive at least a couple of turns until I can get going with my other champions. So you know how wave 1 and wave 2 go, round 1 and round 2. These are fine. You just have to survive and reach the boss. Once you reach the boss, that's the real difficulty with factions. Right. So we reach the boss. Remember, the first debuffs that you apply once he uses his A2 skill will be gone. All right. Doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't apply something on him. Let's say a decreased speed plus decreased turn meter if I had it available. I mean, that would have been nice, but I actually used it on the previous wave. This went a little bit too fast to the boss, so I couldn't get everybody's skills ready. So let's do this. Increase our own speed and then increase speed buff. That will be useful. I'm not going to use a decreased attack right now. And look at that. We got a leech on, but that's going to go away once the boss moves. A little bit of damage from Ninja. A1 here. Doesn't matter. I'm going to do A1 here with Genzen. And then first hit is going to come. But who will this attack? It went on Genzen because my Ninja was under Perfect Veil. So he couldn't get hit, it seems, from the boss. So he targeted somebody else instead. So he went for Genzen. Look at Genzen's health, by the way. Barely moved because of the shield set. That's honestly the only reason you need the shield set. Got an extra turn there. We couldn't land. Wow, we couldn't land the decrease attack. Even with that very high chance. That's definitely unlucky. Let's try this. Decrease speed plus decrease intermeter. Let's do this. So continuous heal plus the defense. Ally protect on everybody. So there is some protection now on my Genzen if he gets attacked. I'm spamming those extra turns with Ninja, but he still won't get attacked. Look at the ally protection there, helping me out. We do have a defense down already, so I'll do the A3 here with Genzen. High damaging attack. Decrease attack, we'll try to do this. We do land this, so I will definitely survive here from the big hit. Unless there's a big crit on my Ninja. That's going to be unlucky. Let's go with the A2 here. Not so much damage out of that. I wonder if Genzen is properly geared. Oof, look at that. 25,000. And he counterattacked for the win. These are the 3 stars that you want to be looking at when you get these victories right here. After that, you can farm it regardless. Like if I left this on auto, it would have farmed it. Even with any other champions without Hotatsu. But Hotatsu proved to be a really solid carry for this one. With the decreased attack plus Toragi there. And you saw the other 3 were useful. Ninja being an MVP. Lady Kimi cannot be ignored on how good she was. Genzen honestly was the target dummy and a decreased defense champion there. So overall, you do need some good heroes. But you saw how 2 good epics really changed the course of me getting the win or not here for Shadowkin. And that's what we have to do when this actually comes back. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope it helped out you understanding what is needed for the Shadowkin, especially stage 21 is going to be the trickiest for everybody because of how Shadowkin is. There's no reviver there. If I'm not mistaken, there's no reviver, like a dedicated reviver. I think it's only Sachi here. When she gets a kill, I think on one of her moves, yeah, revives a random ally with 30% HP whenever this champion kills an enemy. So that's not available for the boss stage. So obviously, I still think there's no reviver, right? Maybe Gamuran is a reviver in that sense. I think he's a reviver. Revives 1 random ally each time an enemy is killed. So no, it doesn't. This doesn't work for the boss stage. So it cannot be that we can use this guy for the boss. So the boss will be tricky, but you see what you need about. You need a good shield set on Toragi there, and then leech decrease attack. If you can get it, it definitely helps. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.